Psychologists say something most people never realize: you reveal more about yourself in the first few moments than in anything you say later. Your posture, your breathing, your pauses, the way your eyes move, these tiny signals tell the story of how your mind has been shaped by your past. Even silence speaks. When someone shrinks into themselves, they're not weak, they're protecting old wounds. When someone avoids eye contact, they're not rude, they're overwhelmed. When someone talks too much, it's not confidence, it's fear of being unnoticed. Psychologists learn quickly that every behavior is a response to something. What surprises them most is this: most people do not actually understand what they're feeling. That we say we're stressed, when really we're afraid. That we say we're angry, when really we're hurt. That we say we're tired, when really we feel unseen. Naming emotions is a skill, and most of us were never taught how to do it. But once you can identify what you truly feel, healing becomes possible. Psychologists also notice patterns we rarely see in ourselves: the way you apologize too quickly, the way you take blame for situations you didn't cause, the way you expect people to leave, even when they aren't going anywhere, the way you laugh when something hurts. These are not random habits, they are survival strategies you learned long ago, but the strategies that once protected you may now be holding you back. Another thing psychologists know: people judge themselves far more harshly than others ever will. Most people carry an inner voice that was never theirs to begin with, a voice shaped by childhood, criticism, rejection, or comparisons, and that voice becomes the blueprint for self-worth. If that voice says you are not enough, you begin to believe it, even when it's not true. But psychologists see through the mask. They see the potential underneath your self-doubt, the strength beneath your anxiety, the resilience behind your overthinking. And here's the part they wish everyone knew: you are not as stuck as you think. The brain rewires, emotions shift, patterns break, people change, slowly, quietly, and often without realizing it. A tiny step forward is still progress. A small moment of honesty with yourself is healing. Asking for help is strength, not weakness. Psychologists don't just study problems, they study growth, and they've learned that the human mind is far more flexible, forgiving, and powerful than most people believe. You don't need to become a different person to improve your life, you only need to become more aware of the person you already are. So if no one has told you this yet today, you are allowed to grow, you are allowed to heal, you are allowed to start again. Your story is not finished, and you are not defined by the hardest chapters. This is what psychologists notice, this is what they understand, and this is what they hope you'll finally believe about yourself.